into December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. Now back to throw. And caught by London. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The numbers for London last week: 7 catches, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey,
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
And that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to you.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds, because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To the air again, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. First down, and they'll start with Algier. And some room to run now. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. But I want to take that close.
Herbert on first down now. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Got an open man, it's Josh Palmer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's again complete to Palmer. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert back to the air. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding it for a short gain.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. Herbert. And he's in for the Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. They're going to look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Okay, right?
Back to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Still second down.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Let's go.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw again. Going up top. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch one. Check pink. Switch yellow.
On second, here's Algier. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the tackle. Defense.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on 3rd down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, They had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Now a toss play to Algier. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, there's London. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Herbert. This is caught by Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. The Chargers at 10-2 on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Kyle Pitts returns to the field along with the rest of this offense for the upcoming series. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll run for it with Algier. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? On 1st down, Justin Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. What's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Ready, straight.
So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, Will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Chargers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They started on the ground with Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Okay, ready?
Starting the drive with Algier. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll drop to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Check Pitts. Yellow. West.
On the give, Algier headed left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And some room to maneuver. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Back to throw here. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away. You just saw that.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Algier going straight ahead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Algier headed right. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 9 now. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They're going to look to throw. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
25 yards that time. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Herbert now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Touchdown! Josh Palmer with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chargers extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd down, here's Algier. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. That's caught by Pitts. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. 2nd and 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. Touchdown, Falcons! Josh Oliver, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Herbert on the move to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.